Today I was very happy that I got married to the one I loved. I saw Anabia in the middle of a wedding, and I fell in love with her at first sight. She was so beautiful that I immediately sent her a proposal, and she said yes. Because I had a good job at that time, that's why the girl said yes. After a long wait of 3 months, today I got married to Anabia. She had left and came to my house. I kept dreaming of her closeness for 3 months. These 3 months were equal to 3 centuries for me. Since my relationship with her was fixed, my love for her increased day by day. She was a very beautiful 22-year-old girl. I was 25 years old, and I was also very happy. Today at the wedding, everyone saw us and gave us a pair of moon and sun. Anabia was my father. She was the daughter of a relative of my father's distant relative. That's why I didn't get much information about Anabia, that how is her character, what kind of girl she is. I was just a betrayer of her beauty, and she was the daughter of my father's relative. So, I didn't need any information about Anabia, because relatives don't need these things. As soon as I entered the room, I saw that Anabia was wearing a veil. Since when? I was so shocked to see her with this veil on. I sat in front of her and slowly took some steps towards her. Today I was very happy that the marriage of my choice happened. I had seen her in the wedding ceremony and fell in love with her at first sight. She was so beautiful that I immediately sent a marriage proposal to her house, and the proposal was accepted because I had got a good job. That is why the girl's family agreed. After a long wait of 3 months, today my Anabanika was done. She had left and come to my house. For 3 months, I kept dreaming of her proximity. These 3 months were like 3 centuries for me. Since the time my marriage was fixed with her, my love changed day by day. She was a very beautiful girl of 22 years. I was 25 years old, and I myself was very happy. Today, at the wedding, everyone, seeing us, gave us the title of Chansurya Kidi. She was the daughter of Anabon. That is why I did not get the Anabad marriage done to know what kind of a girl she was. I was only mesmerized by her beauty. She was the daughter of my mother's relative. So I did not feel the need to investigate because these things are not needed among relatives. As soon as I entered the room, I saw that Anabia was sitting with her veil off. I was restless to see this scene for a long time. I slowly took a step towards her and sat in front of her. I felt that her hands were trembling. She was definitely a victim of nervousness. I don't know why a smile came on my face. I liked the shy and nervous bride very much. As soon as I took her trembling hands in mine, I laughed at her act too. I understood that she was a very shy girl. I like shy girls. Maybe that's why I liked Anabia. I told her that she need not worry. I will take care of you with a lot of love. You are my first and last love. I lifted her veil. She was looking very beautiful. It seemed as if an angel had come down from the sky and entered my room. I was considering myself lucky. I started praising her beauty, but there was not even a slightest smile on her face. I got a little worried because a bride is very happy when the groom praises her. Well, she was very shy, but she could have smiled, but she was not smiling at all. It seemed as if she would cry. I tried to get close to her, and she suddenly held her stomach and said that she was having a lot of pain in her stomach, which was beyond my tolerance. I got worried after listening to her. A while ago, I was feeling very happy. Now I was getting angry at her antics. I felt that she was not in any pain. She was making an excuse so that I don't come close to her. I told her that okay, I will give you the medicine. I went out of the room and was thinking what to tell the family members that my wife has pain in stomach, and that is why she needs tablets. I don't know why I was feeling very weird thinking about these things. All the family members were asleep in the lounge at that time. I gave the medicine in the lounge. I was about to turn back after taking the medicine when my cousin, who was my maternal uncle's son, saw me there. He put his hand on my shoulder. With a smile on his face, he said, "Is everything all right?" I said, "Everything is fine. My wife is not well. That is why I am taking medicine for her." Then my cousin said that girls make such excuses on the first night of marriage, especially those girls who do not like their husband, and the marriage does not happen as per their choice. They make excuses of illness. Surely your wife is also making excuses of illness for the same reason. Maybe she is not interested in you. If she was happy with the marriage, then you would not have to come out of the room at this time. My cousin's words had set fire inside. Come out of the room at this time. My cousin's words had set fire inside me. I was very angry, but I did not want to spoil the atmosphere of the wedding house. A while back I was thinking that maybe my wife will really have a stomach ache, but now after listening to my cousin, I was feeling that maybe he is speaking the truth. Is she really not happy with the marriage? If she was not happy, then why did she agree for the marriage? As far as I know, her family had fixed this relationship with her consent. Then I realized that my cousin had put a devilish spirit in me. People say such things against my wife, so that the relationship of husband and wife gets spoiled. I remembered that my maternal uncle's son who was saying such strange things to me, he himself was very fond of getting married, and he was not able to find a girl. Maybe he was jealous of me on seeing me get married. That's why he said such things, so that my happiness gets ruined. I shook off these thoughts and went towards my room and saw that a neighbor was sitting holding her hands and tears were flowing from her eyes. I immediately went to her and gave her medicine and water. But whatever she was my wife, and it was my responsibility to take care of her. I waited for half an hour for her stomach pain to subside. During this time, I wanted to talk to her, but she was in no mood to talk at all. It seemed as if she was in a lot of pain, and she did not want to listen to anything and did not want to say anything. Feeling dejected, I started playing a game on the mobile. I kept playing the game on the mobile for a long time, then I looked up from the mobile, and I was very dejected. I had dreamt a lot for this night that I would find my love. We would start a happy life. We would talk a lot. We would express our love to each other. But I had not even expressed my love openly, and she fell asleep. I was not able to sleep. My love, such a beautiful girl who is now my wife, was in front of me. How could I sleep? I tried to wake her up by shaking her shoulder, but she was half asleep. She just said that she was in a lot of pain and she wanted to sleep. Feeling dejected, I also went to sleep. What else could I do? When I woke up in the morning, she was lying down. She was normal, and I was also normal. I was very sorry for spending the first night of marriage like this, but I said that it is okay. The poor girl was not well, so it does not matter. In the morning she felt fine, so I openly expressed my love to her and told her how I had fallen in love with her at first sight and had decided to marry her at that very moment. She became happy after listening to me. She seemed very sensitive, was smiling and was shy. I was very happy to see her attitude, and I understood that she was really not well at night, but as soon as I started getting close to her, she again held her stomach and said that I have started having pain. I felt strange after listening to her. Till a while ago, she was absolutely fine. How could she have started having pain suddenly? I did not even take her to the doctor. What would people think? Why am I taking my wife to the doctor on the very first day of marriage? In our place, such things were considered very sad that the wife should be taken to a hakim or a doctor on the very first morning of marriage. People used to give a wrong color to these things. I knew that she was suffering, but if I took her to the doctor, people would start complaining. Firstly, the environment of my family was such that people were jealous. My own relatives were jealous. I had spent a lot of money on the marriage, and had done it with a lot of pomp and show. We were not that rich, but had spent more according to our means. The rest of the family members did not spend so much, and were miserly. There was a situation of poverty around us. In such a situation, if I had taken her to the doctor on the very first morning of marriage, or had brought the doctor home, I had an idea of where the matter could have gone. I told her to take rest. I switched off the light of the room, and went out. All the family members and other relatives who were present in connection with the marriage, they were at my house, and were still there till now. They had guessed a lot by looking at my dejected face. They had not said anything to me, but their eyes were saying a lot to me. I was trying very hard to remove my sadness and dejection. On the surface, I was acting that I was happy, but the condition of my heart probably came through my eyes. After a while, I came back and saw that my wife was not present on the bed. Sound of falling water was coming from the washroom. Maybe she was taking a bath, but when my eyes went to the bed sheet, I lost my senses. I could not even imagine such a scene. The white bed sheet with red spots on it was telling me a different story. I did not know what was happening. After some time, when my wife came out of the washroom after taking a bath, I was furious. I asked her about these spots. She got upset. It seemed as if she herself had not noticed these spots and had gone to take a bath. She was stunned and started looking at the bedsheet. I was furious. Spots and had gone to take a bath. She was stunned and started looking at the bedsheet. I was furious. I asked her a lot of questions, but she did not give me any answer. I said that I want an answer quickly. What is all this? Otherwise I will divorce you right now. Hearing this threat of mine, she became even more upset. She came close to me and put her hand on my lips. She started pleading me not to divorce her. I said, "Then tell me what is the reason behind these spots." She said to me, "Give me 3 months of time. I will tell you everything. But I cannot reveal this secret to you before 3 months. Otherwise, something very bad will happen." I could not believe what she said. I thought she was making excuses without any reason. I told her that I want answers to all my questions right now. You did not let me come close to you even at night. Your attitude towards me was not good even in the morning, and now these stains. I married you out of love, and I was so blinded in love that I did not even get any kind of investigation done regarding you. But now I don't know why your character has started seeming infamous to me. I feel that I have made a mistake by marrying you. After all, what is such a secret that you have that you cannot tell me before 2-3 months? I was speaking angrily, but in a low voice, so that my voice does not go out of the room. If the sound had gone out of the room, it would have brought disrepute to me, and Pakeezah Dean would have been happy that the beginning of my marriage has been spoilt. Whatever my circumstances were, I did not want to make my Pakeezah Dean happy. I was one of those people who do not tell their secrets to others even after death, especially to those who are enemies of our happiness. Seeing my anger, Anupama got upset. She started crying. Tears were flowing from her eyes. Seeing her crying, my heart got a jolt. Whatever it was my love after all. How could I be at peace seeing her crying? I asked her to stop crying. I made her sit on the bed. The door of the room was half open. Both of us were unaware of this. When I made my wife sit on the bed, she started crying and pleading me with folded hands that please do not tell this to anyone. Keep this secret of mine a secret. My respect is in your hands now. Please understand what I am saying. Do not ruin your and my life by taking any wrong step. She is complicating the situation even more with these things. Just then I heard a voice for my surprise, hearing which I turned around. My wife also got nervous and started looking back. She quickly wiped her face from her tears. My same cousin was standing in the middle of the door and was looking at both of us with curious eyes. Then he came forward angrily and said, "What happened, Nob? Why are you crying? Has Rashid said something to you? Tell me, I will go and tell everyone right now." Seeing this tone of my cousin, I got nervous and started looking at him. My wife started looking at me for a moment and lowered her eyes. I immediately handled the situation and said, "There is nothing like that. Actually, your sister-in-law was missing her family, and that is why she was crying. But I have explained to her that she is fine now." I got very angry at my cousin at that moment. After all, who is he to talk to my wife with such affection? It seemed as if he was not meeting my wife. But despite this, I kept smiling with difficulty. I did not want to create problems among the family members. After the wedding function was over, all the relatives were going home. Anabe had gone to the room together. Then my aunt, who was a laborer, said to call Anaband. When I went to the room myself as a husband to pick her up, seeing that scene from the open door, my steps went to Munjampally. My love, my wife was standing so close to my brother. Then seeing my reflection in the mirror, my brother straightened up and said, "Come brother." Actually, a safety pin was stuck in Bobby's hair. He was just helping her to take it out. He had gone astray. It was clearly evident. Many thoughts took hold of my mind. I felt like crying out loud. My wife was happily talking to everyone except me. After all, what was lacking in me? Once again, the stains on the bed came in front of my eyes. Who had come to my room after I left? Had my wife's character fallen so low? I went out with a motherly mind. I came and met everyone. My uncle's family was about to leave when my cousin stopped while leaving and immediately remembering something said, "I don't know where I kept my watch. I cannot remember. At that very moment, my wife immediately said that it is lying in our room, on the side table. Only those two were present there. Everyone else had gone into my mind, and I turned to take the Anaband. I was stunned at his words. First my brother, and then the cousin, after all, who was the one who had robbed my right. My heart was divided into many pieces. I was feeling hatred for everything I had married with so much love, and within 2 days of marriage, my wife had made me fall in my own eyes. I could not even imagine that the girl who looked so innocent and naive was so bad, but more than that, I had a grudge against my cousin and my brother. I knew that my brother, right from the beginning, had relationships with 3-4 girls, and then left them. He spent his time with them, but I had no idea that he could do something like this with his own Bobby inside the house. But my cousin Ian was also under my suspicion. After all, what was his watch doing in my room? I immediately went to my room, took the keys of the bike, and came out of the house. I wanted to be alone. All my dreams were shattered. I don't know when it became night. I didn't even realize. Repeated calls were coming on my mobile from Amy and Abu. After all, what could I tell them about the mess their new daughter-in-law had gotten into? I made some excuse and returned home in a short while. I was not one of those men who take revenge for their insult by torturing a woman or by making her suffer with their manliness. As soon as I came home, my mother scolded me a lot that where did I go leaving my new bride, and I made some excuse. Everyone in the house had already eaten dinner, and my hunger was already satiated, so I said that I have eaten food from outside. Now I was heading towards my room. Today I had to talk to my wife frankly. After all, why did she cheat on me? When I entered the room, it was dark. I switched on the light, and my wife was sleeping on the bed in front of me, completely hiding herself in the blanket. I was extremely angry. I had to clear everything with my wife today at any cost. I removed the blanket and stopped for a few moments. The bedsheet was placed on the bed in front of me as if someone was sleeping. If my wife was not there, then where was my dignity? She was challenging me again and again. I don't know why, but my steps started moving faster on their own. I was still far from her room when I heard some voices of conversation. That voice was of my wife, who was talking to someone. That voice was coming from the gallery. When I stood near the window and listened without making any noise, the words that struck my senses made me more sad and furious. My wife was talking on the phone that Rashid will not come to know. You know that no husband can tolerate all this. If this secret is revealed, then my life will be in danger. Last night also, with great difficulty, I made excuses and kept him away from me. Otherwise, if he would have known, then perhaps I would not have been standing here, my wife. Majid was also talking, but I could not hear anything. I felt my breath stopping. I felt how big a betrayal Nob had done, or she had made a mockery of me. I slowly walked to my room. Just then a Nabi entered the room and was shocked to see me sitting like that. Without wasting any time, I asked her why did she agree to marry me when she liked someone else. Her face turned pale on hearing my words. She immediately came and sat close to me and said that it is not like that at all. I love only you and only you. I cannot even think about anyone else. Every word of hers seemed like a lie to me. I shook her hand and said, don't lie. If it is so, then why do you keep looking for excuses to go away from me? And what should I understand from those stains? Anabia. She said this once again on my words. She became silent and said that I will tell you everything, but you will have to wait for it. I became silent for a whole month. All sorts of thoughts were going on in my mind. My cousin, my brother, or someone else. After all, who was the one who was advising my wife to stay away from me? There was someone who knew my wife from a long time, but who was I? Thinking this, I started burning inside. My wife had slept. Now my staying awake was also pointless. I also slept quietly. Life went on its way. I did not talk much to Gams and Bia. My attitude towards her was quite good. I could not give them a chance to doubt. She used to talk to everyone nicely except to Nabi. She used to take good care of my parents and my siblings. She used to help in household chores, but as soon as she came to my room at night, she would immediately say that she had pain in her leg or pain in her stomach. It was clear from her manner that she was doing all this deliberately to keep me away from her in the closed room. We both were completely strangers to each other. One day I went to my job early for some work. It was 10 o'clock at night when I returned home. When I reached home, the room was empty. I asked Annabum Amy in the whole house that I was unable to see Anabi. On my statement, Amy glared at me and said, "You have forgotten so soon. You yourself had taken her with you in the morning." I looked at Amy carefully. This time it was my turn to be surprised. I said, "When did I take Nabia along? I had left the house early today." Then on hearing this, Amy started saying, "You yourself had told younger brother to send Annabum. I will leave him at his parents' place and go for work along with him." I was surprised. I started looking at my mother. There was a worry on my mother's face too, but soon I handled the situation and said that yes, I had said it, and I had also dropped her to her parents' house. Actually, I forgot to remember due to the tension of work. My mother was somewhat relieved by my words. I went to the room burning with anger in my heart. Finally, my wife had left with my brother. I got very angry. I was thinking when my eyes fell on the table in front where Anabia's mobile was kept. I remembered the call of that day. I opened the mobile and started checking the call history. Luckily, the history was not deleted. I was shocked to see the name that I saw on the call of that day and time. It was written Perry there. It was Perry Anaban's name. I was still suspicious. I dialed the number deliberately. After a few moments, a male voice was heard from the other side. I felt as if someone had pulled my soul. He kept calling her saying, "Hello, Anabia," again and again. That voice was completely unfamiliar. Neither was it my brother's nor my cousin's. This voice of hers made me extremely angry. Then many thoughts crossed my mind. Was this voice of my brother-in-law Nabi's? My thoughts died right there. I called Anabi. After 5 minutes, Anabi entered the room. Seeing the pieces of mobile and me in anger, she got scared. Seeing me in anger, her face turned pale. She said, "What happened, Rashid? Why do you look angry?" She had just said this much when I slapped her on the cheek. She fell on the ground. Asked her to tell me, "Who is it whom you had gone to meet today?" On hearing my words, she started looking at me with anger. Then suddenly she started feeling like vomiting. She went to the washroom crying and putting her hand on her stomach. This condition of her had forced me to think something more. When she came back, she was crying. Her face had turned pale. She started saying while crying, "I fold my hands. Please do not put such disgusting allegations on me. I have never done this to anyone. I have not made any relationship with her, and I will not make any relationship with her. Just trust me and see." Saying this, she fell on the ground and fainted. I was not able to bear her condition at all. There was a storm going on in my mind at that time. She had betrayed my trust, and now this condition was troubling me more. Now I started thinking that maybe she's going to become the mother of someone else's child. Just then my younger brother entered the room. He came towards her in a furious manner and started asking me what happened to Bobby. "What have you done to her?" I annoyed him on this act of my brother and angrily told him that how dare you touch my wife. I had never spoken in such a loud voice. Hearing my voice, my mother came running there. Seeing Anabi conscious, she started questioning me, but what could I say to her? After some time, the doctor started her checkup. My mother was looking very worried. It was 11 o'clock in the night when Anabi came inside with her husband. Seeing them there, I was stunned. Who told them that we are here? Seeing Anabi's brother-in-law, anger started flowing in my veins instead of blood. I started telling him very calmly that she has fainted. Then brother-in-law said that some time ago, Nob had called, but she did not say anything. That is why we went home to find out about her well-being. But from there, we came to know that you people have brought her to the hospital. After some time, Anabi was suspicious of her. I asked the doctor in private if Annavilla was there. On this, she got angry and started evasively saying that she has fainted due to low blood pressure. You should take good care of her food and drink. She will get better. I did not talk to Anabi all the way. She was also looking very upset. I suspected my brother the most. Maybe this must be his doing. I was aware of his habits and definitely he had done it. I got an unlimited chance to come closer to each other. Due to many such reasons, I started suspecting my brother and wife. Time passed. 3 months were about to complete. I had thought that as soon as 3 months were completed, I came back home early. There was a lot of silence in the house. I started going towards my room when I heard some whispering. My trust in my wife had vanished. She had broken my heart long ago. Now all that was left was my self-respect. As long as she was with me in my marriage, I could not let her do such a dark deed. I heard her voice from inside. She was saying that I don't know when these 3 months will complete. Sister, I will be able to tell Rashid everything truthfully. Believe me, I feel very bad to see them in such pain. She was talking to her sister when her sister said, let's go to the doctor tomorrow. Maybe this time he can tell you something that will end the distance between you and Rashid. Hearing these words of both of them, I got up there. I moved away from the house. Anamia was going to the doctor yesterday, but why? I had to know this. I had to know it at any cost. As soon as it was morning, I left the house early on the pretext of some work. Then at 9 a.m., I saw my wife leaving the house. She was going somewhere in a rickshaw. I also started following her. Then after a while, she stopped outside a gynecologist's clinic. My doubt was now turning into belief. Another wave of hatred spread in my being. She went inside. After some time, I also went inside. I could not see her anywhere. I started asking the receptionist about my wife's name. The nurse said that these are your wife's reports which have come just a while ago. You should take them inside to the doctor. Your wife is present there. I did not have the courage to open those papers and see them. Instead of giving those reports inside, I took them and came out of the clinic. From there, I went straight home and came to my room. I started crying. I was really very sad. I had never thought that my first love, my wife, would betray me so much. After some time, with a pale complexion on her face, she entered the clinic and said that you have come to know my truth. On her question, I said that yes, I have come to know. Then she said again that now all your doubts must have ended and you must have started believing in my love. Now I was surprised. What kind of love? What kind of belief? Before I could say anything, my wife opened the reports and showed me to me. She read out the words that she uttered. My being started shaking on hearing them. I felt like the earth should split and I should disappear into it. My wife told me that I have a disease, because of which I could not go close to my husband. My marriage was fixed soon. That's why my doctor advised me to eat Udvit for 3 months. If I had not followed the doctor's instructions in 3 months, then I might never have become a mother. That's why I kept you away from myself. But see, today my reports have come out absolutely fine. I am healthy now, wife. I felt extremely embarrassed on hearing these words. Those reports were true. I had thought many wrong things before time, and without knowing the truth. I was embarrassed and started apologizing to my wife. She forgave me immediately. At that moment, I felt immense love for her and felt ashamed of my thoughts. There are many moments in life in which we ruin our lives just on the basis of misunderstanding. If a little understanding and wisdom is used at that time, then many problems in our life end.